Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wilson to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Stanley. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Power football with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. It's complete. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. The give from the gun. Trucks through the defender. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Utes are in the hurry up. Wilson will throw. Firing to the right, complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, your pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Fires to the right. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the gun, the ground game. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it.
Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stanley. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Wilson to pass. It's complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
On the run, still looking. Pulls it in. It's Bernard. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They'll line up for a second down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On second down, he'll let it fly. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it. He'll get a foot down and help out his offense.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Throws toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On fourth down, flexing that muscle in the run game. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get it down.
It's simple play, simple gain. Get that first down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. To the ground. He's got it again.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wilson will throw. Looking to scramble. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Oh, the big fella running to glory. Past the 10. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
How about the big defensive linemen showing off them sweet feet? Great job scooping up the football. They cause a fumble. The big man scoops up. And you know what? You can't even tell the difference. Is that a tailback or is that a defensive lineman? That's how athletic defensive linemen are. Don't look at them.
Defense rolls up, keeping its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Here's a big decision for you on offense now. You just gave up a negative play. You lost some momentum down by the goal line, but do you believe your guys can go out and execute right now on 4th?
Oh, the fake, and he wants to throw. Makes the catch. A strong defensive stand, denying this man the end zone, and the defense gets the ball back. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. From deep in their own territory, he'll throw it. And down he goes back at the 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They move the tight end all over. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Utes decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Takes the handoff. It's Maffa. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Line getting set on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. The Utes will hustle to the line. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wilson to pass. He's got his man. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Plows through the defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pocket starts to collapse. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Hands it off. At the 15, he's loose. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. They'll immediately call timeout. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Klubnik. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Just about set for the second half kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Going to try to get it himself. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. Third. medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Yeah, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And he's got it inside the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Got it! Touchdown, Clemson! And the stomping has commenced.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball there.
He's going for a big play downfield. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Utes! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Line gets set, 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Working the middle, it's complete. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. Looking for a crease, it's Bernard. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Wilson to pass. He's got the tight end. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The give and the run on 4th down. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to pass their way in. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Clemson 28, Utah 7.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. You got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Moving out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker, it's Williams.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Using the quick game. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tiger!
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he added the extra point.
Utah 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stanley. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. He's going up top. And he intercepts it. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.